Hello, everybody. Peter the Booklover here, and this is Book Talk. This is where I talk about the books that I recently read, and in this episode, I'm going to talk about The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. Let's talk about it. Hello, everybody. I'm Peter the Booklover. I like to read a lot of books, and I like to talk about a lot of books, and in these episodes, I like to talk about the books that I recently read, and this is The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. And I'm going to talk about this book in a second, but before I get into the book, I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to let everybody that's here know that I really appreciate you giving me your time. Thank you very much for stopping by. Okay, so let's get into this. This is The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling, and let me give you the story of how I consumed this book. Now, the way that I consumed this book is I first read this abridged copy. And I enjoyed this quite a bit. This was a pretty cool abridged version of The Jungle Book. And then after that, I actually decided to listen to the audiobook of the unabridged Jungle Book. So I listened to that. And when I got to the end of the audiobook, I actually seen that they had it available with text. So I actually listened to it again, and I read along with the text. So I watched it like a TV show, and I actually read this whole unabridged version. So I've experienced this 3 times, and each time I enjoyed it quite a bit. Now, let me describe what this book is about. Now, this book has about 5 or 6 stories about Mowgli and Baloo. Mowgli is a boy that's raised by wolves. Baloo is a bear that actually teaches the animals the laws of the jungle. There's also Bagheera, which is a panther that is a friend of Mowgli. And there's also the Banderlog, which is a set of monkeys, where in part of the story they actually kidnap Mowgli. There's also Akela, which is the leader of the wolf pack, and, another interesting character. There's also parts of the story where Mowgli actually winds up going to live with man for a while. And there's also Shere Khan. Shere Khan is a tiger that has a strong desire to eat Mowgli, and he makes an oath to hunt down Mowgli he makes an oath to hunt down Mowgli. And yeah, all these stories were pretty cool. The collection of stories about Mowgli were very interesting, and I enjoyed all of them. They were very good. But then we have a couple other stories after the stories of Mowgli. Now, one of the stories is about Kotick. Kotick is a white seal that actually discovers that man is hunting seals on the island they live at. So he actually goes and hunts down a place to where seals can live without being hunted by man. And it's a pretty interesting story, his journey on finding a place that's secluded from mankind and his quest to bring everybody with him to this island. And then there's a story about Rikki Tikki Tavi, which is my favorite story of this book. And that's a story about a mongoose that's near death, that gets saved by a family, and gets raised by this family, and the things he does to protect this family from a family of cobras that live by their house. And the battle between Rikki Tikki Tavi and the family of cobras is a great story. A lot of adventure, a lot of action. I really love that story. It's got a lot of heart in that story. And then afterwards, we've got a story about an elephant dance that a young elephant trainer prodigy, actually winds up going on a journey with a bunch of elephants to the woods, and they have kind of a secret meeting, and that's pretty much it about that story. And then there's another story about animals sharing stories with other animals that are like army animals, and they explain why they fight and the reasons why they do what they do. And that is the last story of the Jungle Book. And that's pretty much the summary of the Jungle Book. And my opinion of this book, it's fantastic. I really enjoyed it. An interesting thing about each chapter, at the end of each chapter, there's a poem or a song that Rudyard Kipling writes that pertains to the story that you just read. And each one is kind of interesting, and I really enjoyed the poetry at the end of each story. And I really liked all these stories. Now, there is a second Jungle Book that I plan on reading in the future because I did enjoy this quite a bit. And an interesting thing, in this abridged version, there's a couple stories that's not in the Jungle Book that I think that are from the second Jungle Book. I'm not sure because I haven't read that yet, but I'm going to be reading it soon. And I really liked it. I gotta say, man, I highly recommend you check this book out. It's definitely a very good book. I really, really enjoyed The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. Okay, so that's the video. I want to thank everybody for being here. And if you liked the video and you liked hearing me talk about the Jungle Book, please do me a favor, hit the like button and let me know that you approved of the video. That would make me very happy. If you want to, please let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. It's really great to hear from my audience, and I love connecting with the audience. That's one of my favorite parts about doing this. And if you haven't subscribed, please do me a favor, subscribe to my channel. I make new videos all the time, and I'm constantly working on making them better. I actually put a lot of work into some of my videos, like this one. I've put quite a bit of work into this video to come up with what I got here. And I hope you appreciate it. If you like what you've seen, please do me a favor. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And that's about it. I am Peter the Book Lover, and I want to thank you for coming by, and I hope to see you in the next video. See ya.